Excellent. Well, this is going to be my test here. Hopefully this works out. Hi, this is me on Twitch for the first real time, I think. And hopefully it will come out looking okay. I'm sorry I look a mess for the day. But I'm going to be trying
it doesn't matter where you go, it's the same thing.
Pillars
in English,
of
welcome
Eternity.
on top. You know, I've got the chicken biscuit taco.
And I've got the bacon cheese taco. I don't want to be a spokesperson for the South necessarily, but I can guarantee you that this is almost as good. It is as good as Mama's cooking.
That's a bold
This is a
statement.
good biscuit.
Apparently,
My name is Mary.
My name is Dominic.
And I am a breakfast defector.
apparently I've got an ad running. Who knew?
Not necessarily, but I can guarantee you that this is almost as good. It is as good.
Turn the audio. Never done that. Okay. So let's start with Pillars of Eternity. I was a Kickstarter backer, and you know it's a lot of fun. Put this into there. And let's all right. All right. This will be fun. All right, I'm on here. I'm going to make a new character, start from the beginning, and pretend I know what the hell I'm doing. So this should be fun. Like I said, I backed this as a Kickstarter guy, and you know, I thought it sounded like a cool game, and this is the final product. Now, this is very much in the vein of a D&D tabletop game, which is kind of why I backed it, and that's why I'm streaming it here, because I tend to only concentrate on just, you know, sort of things that relate to a tabletop games for my streaming and Let's Play stuff. So, that...
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
I sort of love that this game has a lot of voiceover. It's one of those things that they can cut the corners on, but I sort of love that they didn't on this. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna go with, I could go male or female. This look kind of badass, I gotta admit. Let's go. I could go Amuna. This is like whale people, I guess. They're really strong, and they live on the ocean shore. Dwarves are exactly what you think they are. Elves, exactly what you think they are. Orlin are kind of like the cutesy race of sort of not quite halfling, not quite hobbit, not quite gnome, but in that same vein, but with a little more feral looking, a little more beastie looking. And then these are the sort of setting-specific weirdos. They are sort of deeply messed up looking, and apparently can't wear headgear because their heads are deeply messed up. So there's that. Let's see here. They get dexterity and intellect bonuses though, so they're pretty nifty. Death, godlike, strange growth, covering their eyes, or in some cases entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. Isn't that charming? Harbingers of Doom, Death's Usher. When Death's godlike enemy 25% of less endurance, their damage is increased. That's pretty neat. I'm on fire. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Bodies godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or some stone. Harmless flames. And wow. Thought killing one might cause a volcano to awaken. Sign of the blessing of Magran, goddess of war and fire. Reduce below 50% endurance, fire godlike, glow like metal in a forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. It's kind of a combat god, isn't he? Moon godlike, silver tide. Every encounter, when reduced to 75, 50, and 25 endurance, moon godlike generates waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. Sweet. So you're if you want to play a healer, that's the sub race to take. Nature godlike. Appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, fungi. Killed at birth because of it. Many druid orders. Keen interest in nature of godlike because their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animal, plants, and stones. Wellspring of life grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dexterity when endurance is below 50%. I'm gonna go with. See, I've already made two characters just to sort of see what the system was like. I'm gonna go with, but I hadn't made any of the godlikes. I kind of want to, so I'm gonna fire godlike or nature godlike. Fire godlike or nature godlike. That's a good question here. Anyone know? No? No. Okay. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with nature godlike because I think that's probably a better choice in this character. Now, body type. Oh, they get to pick what body they look like. Oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't know that. So, like whatever their original body looked like. Big, brawny, or be a dwarf, elfin, let's go human. That's fairly standard. Now, what do I want the race to be on this? Strongly tempted to do monk, because monks are awesome. I don't know how good they are in this, but I've always liked monks D&D. So this is kind of like that. So ciphers are like psionics, honestly. They are very much like psionics. Chanters are a kind of magic where they sit there and say magical phrases until they can actually do an invocation, and then they do like a spell. And they get some mechanics, which means they could disarm traps. So there's that. Wizard, fairly self-explanatory, but you get mechanics again. Everybody likes a good wizard. Not so much at lower levels, but at the higher levels they get to be pretty awesome. Rangers, be a ranger, a nature god like ranger. Doesn't sound awful. Let's see, stealth and survival, not bad. So I know for a while you have to kind of wander around on your own until you start recruiting people, which makes fighter very appealing. Honestly, it really does, because they, you know, are able to stand on their own. This is, I'm leaning towards doing one of the sort of their specific things. Because, you know, it's new. You know, they don't have them in other games. Chanter or Cipher. See, because the priests are pretty straightforward. They're clerics. And, have no weapons equipped. Their unarmed attack are exceptionally powerful and continue to increase in damage and gain level. Wounds. As the monks are damaged, their pain generates wounds. Wounds can be used to power many of the monks' special abilities. What are we going to do? I'm going to go with Chanter, I think. I haven't looked at them yet, so this may be a bad idea, but it's interesting. And I like the axe. The axe is nice, but the weapon will change based on the culture I end up picking, I'm sure. Now, I get to pick phrases. I like phrases. Blessed was Wingig, quickest of his tribe. Increases movement rate and reflexes of all allies in the area of effect. Oh, that's nice. Dull the edge, blunt the point. Slime of all enemies in the area. Also nice. This is actually some really cool stuff, actually. Reduces concentration of enemies in the area. Come soft wind of death. Drains a portion of endurance from all enemies in the area of effect. That's charming. The sight bold, embolden allies in the area of effect, giving them bonuses to fortitude and will. That's a good one for party building, definitely. Let's see. Let's go with the two. We're making my allies pretty awesome. Powers. And invocation. Invocations are more powerful. Call beyond the shroud. Summons phantom to fight for your party. That's pretty cool. Reduces the damage reduction of enemies in the area of effect. Let's see. If their bones still slept under that hill, none can say. Summon 3 skeletons to fight for their party. Okay. Not felled by axe, not broken by the storm. Increases slash and shock damage, reducing reductions for allies in the 5 things. Explosions. Stuns and shoves enemies in area effect. Much more offensive, certainly. Thrice was she wrong, and thrice justly avenged. Drains electrostatic energy from the environment to create 3 bolts of lightning, causing shock damage to any in their path. It's pretty cool. Causes nearby down enemies to explode, expelling 3 white grubs, crushing nearby enemies. Ugh. That's kind of gross. I'm gonna go with I'm going to go with this one because there's at least a period of time where I'm going to have to be on my own. So having something that can push back enemies and area effect sounds like a good plan for me. Alright. Time to do some allocation, I think. The gold star means that this is highly recommended for the chanter. So alright, so I've got 16 in Constitution, 18 in Intellect, 13 in Resolve. These are the 3 sort of recommended things. Let's go on to Culture. Largest empire in the world, Deer. Dreadfire Archipelago, which is sort of like pirates, so land of pirates. That's kind of cool. Ixmitil Plains. I think that's actually where the game is set, is in the Ixmitil Plains. So that may be a thing. Olvalia. Joel Southern Seas. Olvalia crumbles, run out of the Empire of Warring Nations. Stop that. Many humans and jars among the ranks. The old villain countries still forces, proud of their rich cultural heritage. You know, I think I'm going to go with this particular one right here. The once crown jewel of the Southern Seas. Alright. Let's try that. It could be Aristocrat. That'd be kind of cool. Merchant. Laborer. Could get some more bonus to the mechanics that way. Mercenary. Hunter. Dissident. Colonist. So I wouldn't mind the bonus to mechanics. The merchants are a fairly decent background to have, honestly. Also, I get a bonus to lore, so that's an option. The higher, some of the conversations are gated based on your skill levels, so having a higher level in lore could be useful. But I think we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with Merchant. Primary color. Let's try. I could go with that. secondary color. Green? Yeah, green. I like green. Goes with the skin. I've got like... I can choose the different kinds of horns. I like the second one. I think we'll keep that one. So, the appearance is much more... Head appearance is much more variable. If you're in one of the other races, there's usually more choices than just 3. So clearly these guys are going to be very much more restricted. So there's that. Let's go with this one. Yeah.
Yes. I've got this. Attack! Keeping quiet.
Yes.
I've got this. My eyes are peeled.
Let's go feisty. I like feisty. And Marlon. Because why not? Alright, so I've got a character. Go us.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't trap mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood? Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your in. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here. They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Alright.
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Oh, they didn't build them.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear. Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. Not if you hurry about your business.
Okay.
And not if the weather holds up. This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Okay. Good to know.
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Alright then. Good to know. Alright.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
We'll see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep. Kalisha. Kalisha!
It's odd that this is the one line he doesn't
No
say.
promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Bewick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Got it.
Okay. So, typical sort of controls on this. I click somewhere, we run there. To move the camera, I just go to the top or bottom of the screen. Pretty simple stuff. If I want to do stuff, I can say a chant and the incantations, and I can edit the chants there. So.
No problem.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
And I can select individual, or I can grab and go. Pretty simple. This is standard stuff for this kind of game. And I'll click on this guy and talk to him.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale. I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
You now have one rank in the disposition rank. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality. Huh.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night. It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Rayed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
Oh. It could be a hard time about it. Let's see here.
Because it seemed friendlier than Rayed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
That's pretty cool. Sounds reasonable enough. See what you can. Again, this is purely sort of, you can buy this stuff. I don't really need any of it because I already have equipment. I already have weapons and armor, so I don't really need to buy any more weapons and armor. You start out with weapons and armor, so there's not much point in it, but it's good to know that you can. Go ahead and close that. As I said, you can, you do start out with some equipment. I got a sword, I got a shield. I've got this ring, I think this is a reward for being a Kickstarter backer, honestly, I think. But it grants you the ability to shield the wearer with myriad perils that plague the world. Some aspects of the god Eothas. Gon represents the harvest of old age and blows as many of the interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gon helps protect the dignity of old age, so too does your followers pledge. And it apparently grants you an ability, so it's cool. I have a giant miniature space piglet. Okay. It's a titanic pig. Has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. So, I have a pet, apparently. And I have a cloak, which doesn't seem to do anything, but it looks cool, so I'll wear the damn cloak. And
Got it.
so my little piglet will follow me around. My little piglet will follow me around. I think I don't want him following me around in a place like this. I'll put him away for now. There you go. So, fairly simple. So I'll just follow this road up here. Oh, hey, dude.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Well, that's nice of you to say. So, I guess. So I'm running this in a window form so I can check things away from the game. But that means that it is. Ooh. Are you the thing? No, you're not the thing. Means I have a harder time moving the screen around, I'm afraid.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Okay. We're cool. Anybody else here who flies?
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Alright.
Crafta fila fearlan.
I apparently automatically start doing these. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. So it auto pauses every time you go into combat. Well, that's handy, honestly.
What you need?
Let's see what we're. Oh, yeah. So, here's what you do. Boom! That's her special ability. Click on it to make sure it's got the little thingy. Attack you. Ta-da! Oh, right.
Yeah.
I should probably go help kill that.
Let's go! Let's go!
Okay, so you can change your weapon out if you want it to be a better weapon for fighting. I don't have an alternate weapon on hand, so I'm just going to keep stabbing, really. Is where we're at on that. Go us!
Sure.
We got a nice little wolf eye. That's cool. We're cool. Won't let me.
Yeah. Sure.
Ah,
This is it.
Yeah, this is one way of sort of establishing your history. She's a much better woman than me. So here, let's see. Okay, tell me about yourself. Needs, skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. Everyone wanders too. We started in Direwood, but the parents ended up in Living Lands. I've got a brother, Ty, and another in Adair, and my sister in Lingula Vale. She's the real homebody. Okay, tell me about Direwood. Not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of Adir Empire, broke off after some war some years back. Locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Alright, let's go back to camp. Ooh, something to harvest. You know, apparently there's a crafting system in this too. I haven't actually gotten into it yet, so. There should be a stream or something down this way, right? No, that's back to the road. Ah, see? Nice. Alright, I'm gonna find the stream. Oh yeah, you can check the map, of course. See where you've been. Dead people, never a good sign. Probably need to increase the resolution or something. This is ridiculous.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Right? shoulder like a flag. That's never. That's not good. That's so bad.
Ambush!
Rafe Dafila Fearlam.
Alright. So my phrases kick off. What's this thing do? Oh, I gotta say 3 phrases to use it. That's. Oh well. We got our bonuses. Let's go whoop up on this guy.
What you need?
Sure.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Sure.
What's the worst that could happen, right? Money. Oh, money. The money. The soundtrack is a bit 80s cartoonish, but it's not terrible.
Rafe Dafila Fearlam.
Beat that guy.
Shit.
Really awesome. I tried this same fight with Priest and Rogue, and Chanter takes longer. My people are getting hurt, so that's pretty awesome, actually. I'm going to recommend Chanter to all my friends. Okay.
Got it.
Oh dear. We got bodies. That's never a good sign. Okay. Remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows, knife hilts, eaten bug-eyed, filthy, bloody damp earth. Kaliska puts left hand in mouth as if to ward off the horror like a poisonous vapor. Handful of dark figures stand above the fallen. Yeah, these guys are not nice. They are not my friend. And they've got my friend the merchant. Okay, now this is an example of the skill-locked conversation trees. So I've got lore 1 at least, so I could say, you know, they're telling me to lay down my arms. arms, and I'm like, these runes has not been sullied by our hands, men of Anaglathon. Your words carry no weight. When I have seen the truth with my own eyes, blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Now here's a bunch of them that I don't have. So if I had my 14 or better, I could say whatever this thing is, and so on. Now, I do have intellect 15 or better, so I can say this one. Judging by the strings of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing worshippers of Galloween. If Galloween told you to stop protecting the wounds, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. It winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Gawaine's edict of that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after the builders they have turned to dust? Man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Good argument there. Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe and handle, and he nearly fumbles it. Affording head in a moment, he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead.
Rafe Afila Fearlem.
In the past, what happens is you, if you fail that he gets injured, like has a chest wound, which is not great.
What you need?
Go knock him down. Yeah.
Shit!
You.
How can I help?
Use your thing. He's a rogue, so he's got a blinding ability. Allows him to blind a target, which is what I've had to do there. And he gets an advantage against that target. So that's cool. And he just massacred that guy, so that's cool. Let him deal with the other dude. Yeah, time for you to run now. That's kind of good. The cards he drops. Where's one across his face? Get ready. It's your own spell. Around the camp, electric falls out, bending bonds. The skin like a jetty. You need to succumb to the surge of a great wave. And the guys.
Get inside! Run!
Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet, steps. other games, but it's cool.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Huh.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Sure.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Yeah, let's get going. Alright, I'm going to show off this, let's see here. Do some exploring here. There's cool stuff over here, I think.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Now, I should note that because in that cutscene it said, you know, I threw my weapon, I can in fact I do have to in fact replace that weapon that I threw. So that's a thing, apparently. So let's go ahead and replace it with a mace, I guess. It's not ideal. Well, I could do it with a hatchet. 10 to 15. As opposed to 13 to 19. What do you think on that? No, I'm going to keep the hatchet. Because, wow, that's much more. And the stash. So I can move things to the stash. Whew, pardon me. Move stuff around. No, I'm going to keep that one on hand. I might need that. Alright, so let's do that. I'm going to show this one thing and then I'm probably going to call it for a while. This has been fun. I've been enjoying this. I'm trying out a new software to see if it works out better for me. And it looks like it's working better than OBS. OBS, I like it, but far too often it gives me problems.
Stay quiet.
So you can go into sneaky mode, and sneaky mode allows you to detect if there's
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
a trap or something.
Hmm?
Why don't you go over there?
Got it. Would you look at this?
I can detect those traps. So, and this doesn't actually seem to have if you step on certain symbols, something happens. They're all traps. I'm just going to let you know that. You could waste a lot of time trying to figure out, well, if I step on this one and then this one, no, it doesn't work that way. So,
would you look at this?
that would be the trap. Ow. Ow.
Quickly and quietly. Would you look at this?
That's not ideal. So sometimes I get confused on which one I'm supposed to click with. Left or right. You want the left-hand button to actually disarm. If you can, which apparently I can. Ooh, I disarmed that one. Ooh, and I disarmed that one. Okay. It's right-click to move. Left-click to do a thing. But it's not detecting the other traps. So let's take my rogue up there. Oh, you're killing me here. Killing me.
Time to...
Worth a look.
Oh, right.
Eh?
That's why.
No problem. Would you look at this? Would you look at this?
Yeah, if you aren't in stealth mode, you can't disarm traps either, apparently.
Would you look at this?
Or detect them.
Would you look at this?
So, I think it's a set check, you know, do you have
Would you
enough
look at this?
of a particular skill to be able to disarm it? If not, you can't. It doesn't appear to have a random element, because I had this same situation before with
Would you look at this?
another on both my previous characters, and the rogue could disarm everything because I
Look
set
at
up
this.
to be good at making mechanical checks, and so yeah.
Would you look at this?
Anyways,
you
so
look at
he could
this?
disarm everything, but when I did it with my cleric, and the only rogue with that kind of skill in the party was Hayden, Hayden was only able to disarm some of the items, and the rest not so much. So that's awesome. Ouch.
My eyes are peeled.
Yeah. To make it through here, you have to be careful, because if you step on those, it's not good. So,
Yeah,
thanks.
sure.
Step over there.
Useless!
Get him over there. I think we're done with the trap for now. And I think I'm going to stop here. This is just a sort of the intro bit to the game. There's more to it, and I will be doing some more streams and Let's Plays later. If you're watching this, you know, please subscribe, like, share, whatever, and you know, have fun. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, you know, if you have some feedback for me, let me know. I want to know. You know, it's a thing. I want to know. But till then, I guess thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day. Okay.